Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on the channel and welcome back to Speed Build Sunday. How are you guys today? You doing good? It's rainy here in Utah. Personally, I love it because I am over the heat. I like the rain. I think it's relaxing. It does make me want to sleep more though. That's not good when you have so much to do. But yeah, we're back to building a real house, and this is a big one. This is probably one of the biggest houses I've built in a long time. The reason is I'm pretty intimidated by big houses. I don't know. I just feel like I'm not very good at building big houses. It takes a lot of skill to figure out a floor plan and make it work and make it look good. And it just takes practice, and I just don't feel like I'm there yet. I think this is one of the better ones that I've built that's so big, but it's not great. Well, it's good. I mean, it's a given that the bedrooms are like really big, a little unnecessarily big, and there's a ton of bedrooms. Really, if you build, give me some advice on what you do on the bottom level, because you'll see me throughout the build. I shrink the house more, and more because it's so big. But down on the top level was fine, especially because I did like a cutout, like an overhang, which is really pretty. You'll see. I am happy with that. I think it turned out really nice. But on the rest of the bottom floor, what else are you supposed to put down there? I put a really big kitchen with a big dining room, of course, and there's a big living room, there's an office, a bathroom. It's like what else are you supposed to put there? So I just put the master bedroom down there, and they have their own bathroom, of course, and then I just put another bedroom down there. So this house can fit like 7 Sims, and they can have their own room. So I mean, if you like playing in big houses like this, you'll probably like it. Personally, I don't always love playing in big houses. I don't know, I used to, but I appreciate smaller houses as well. I don't know, it just depends. But if you guys have any tips about how you can utilize the bottom level when you have a big house like this, I'd love to hear them, because I'm by no means an amazing builder. This is not what my channel is revolved around, but I enjoy building a lot. Like, it makes me very happy. It's a big creative output for me. I'm not like amazing. I don't think I'm necessarily bad, just because I've been practicing for probably about a year now. So I've had a lot of practice, and that's really what it's all about. It's just about practice. And so I don't think I'm bad, but not one of the best, I'm sure that you've seen. So, but I'm pretty happy with this overall. I think it turned out pretty good. So you have to let me know what you guys think of it, and if you have any suggestions for me, that would be great. But I don't know, for some reason I was just in the mood to build a big house. I was like, no, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to do this. And I did it, and I got frustrated for a while, like especially with the roofing part. I was like trying to figure out, I like never used that type of roofing, and it looks really nice, and I'm glad I kind of figured it out. But I was getting frustrated with the roofing because when you try to make an overhang, the roof pokes through, and you'll see that a little later on. But the roof will poke through the sides, and it drives me crazy, and you have to put a room there in order for the roof to go away. And so I was wanting the overhang to be even bigger, but all I really wanted was that really tall fireplace part. I wish we had taller fireplaces and have it like go really high and be extravagant, but I mostly got what I wanted: the big windows, the rock all the way up, and I think it looks really nice. But I wanted to make that a little bigger, but it's so tricky with the roofing. So yeah, I mean, I never built in The Sims 3. I barely even built in The Sims 2. I remember building in The Sims 2. I was so bad at it. It was literally a box, and it was huge. Like, the bedrooms were huge. I don't even remember it that well, but I just remember thinking, why can't I get this right? I just could never. I don't know. And even the first house I attempted to build in The Sims 4, I was pretty impressed that at least it wasn't horrible, but I was like, no, this is pretty bad. And I don't know, the more YouTube I watched and the more builders I watched, the more I was like, I really want to try this for myself. So I just did practice on my own, and just uploaded it to the gallery. And, you know, surprisingly, some people wanted to download my stuff, even though I look back and I'm like, that is terrible. People are probably like, oh, this isn't what I expected. So, yeah, it's fine. You live and you learn, right? I think I've definitely gotten better, but so maybe I'll attempt to build a bigger house in the future. I don't know how people build mansions. Like, there's some amazing builders on YouTube where I'm just like watching their builds and I'm just like, how are you so good at this? I think, everybody has their own things that they're good at, and that's what's so great about the YouTube community. Anyways, I think that's like basically enough about the build. Screenshots are at the end, of course. I do like the color palette. I wanted to keep it pretty neutral, a little contemporary, just kind of the blacks in the woods, just like a lot of like neutral colors, just because I felt like that matched the outside. The house that I did last week, the outside doesn't really match the inside. And not that it has to, but I just don't think it really flowed that well. So I wanted to try to be a little more careful about that this time. And I was having a hard time with floor plans. I don't know. I struggle with floor plans. It's something I'm not very good at and what I'm trying to practice on being better. I'm also not a perfectionist. So if I look at it and I'm like, it's good enough, because I get frustrated if it doesn't like look how I wanted it to, and I don't like to reattempt it, but I've tried to do that more often so I can really make it look nice. That's why I tend to build smaller houses, because it's easier to make floor plans, obviously, for smaller houses. But, once in a while, I guess you could say this is another thank you for 100 subscribers. On the gallery, I have a little bit more followers than that. I think I have close to 300 now, which is awesome. So hopefully some of you who follow me on the gallery have come from there to here. If you have, hi. Now you've heard my voice and actually see my process of building these houses. But anyways, I guess let's get into talking about something. I don't know if you guys are into makeup, but I am into makeup. And I just thought it would be fun to kind of talk a little bit about, like, do a little makeup tag. There's this one where it goes over all of this different things. And I just think it's interesting because I am not a beauty guru. Like, I watch beauty gurus and it's like they just seem like they know everything and that they're perfect at everything, right? The contour and all that kind of stuff. And there's just so much I don't do, and I don't know, I just don't care to do. I just feel like makeup has gotten really, I don't know, like it's gotten pretty defined over the past few years, which I feel like is a little bit of a shame, because I think makeup is a expression and I don't think there's a right way to do it, but it really has turned into that. I don't know. It's fine. I don't watch a ton of beauty gurus because I think it's just a drama community. There's only a few that I really like and that I really trust, because I do pay attention to new, like, eyeshadow. Eyeshadow is my favorite type of makeup, so I do pay attention to launches like that, but I don't trust certain people being sponsored and that kind of stuff. So there's only a few certain people that I trust to see if it's a good eyeshadow palette, and I'll wait until they talk about it. A lot of the people that I follow they consider themselves not very good at makeup. I think they're good at makeup, but I guess more like me, where they don't do the contour and they don't do like all of the intense stuff. It's pretty basic, and I just trust her and I think she's great. So anyway, so let's get into that. So there's a skincare option. There's a skincare, there's a few questions here. So, I mean, I'm not a skincare junkie either. I do try to take care of my skin because my mom has told me, if you start doing it now, your skin will look better when you're older. So I do try to take care of it. So how many times do you wash your face daily? I just wash it once. I probably should wash it twice. I know some people will do it right in the morning when they wake up, but I don't know. I'm too lazy for that. So I'll wash it at night in the shower. I have like an exfoliant, and I feel like that makes a really big difference about like keeping my face, I don't get zits as often when I use that. What type of skin do you have? I think I really just had normal skin. I'm not dry. I'm not oily. I'm not really even a combo. My skin is just pretty normal. Sometimes I deal with dry patches on my nose around when it starts getting cold, but otherwise than that, my skin is pretty good. Good skin. What is your current face wash? So what I've been talking about, the exfoliant that I use, I think it's just like a Vino skin brightening exfoliant. It's actually really good. I've been really happy with it. In the past, I've always used Cetaphil, which works, but my skin's not really sensitive either, so I can exfoliate it every day and it won't hurt it. It can take a lot. What brand do you use? I mean, I think that's what they mean for exfoliate, because that was the next question. What moisturizer do you use? I just put on, honestly, an anti-aging like cream. I don't use a lot of moisturizer. I try to use a good moisturizer, like primer in the mornings, and that really does help, I think. Do you have freckles? Yeah, I actually have a ton of freckles on my face, and people are like, oh, they're so cute. Yeah, the thing is, they're not natural freckles. They are from the sun. They're damaged. So it's not a good thing. But I mean, I guess when girls are getting tattooed freckles on, should be happy that you have any, I guess. That's so strange to me. Why don't you just love the skin that you're in? Like, no matter what you have. I don't know. That's so strange to me. I don't get that. To use eye cream, yeah, I use anti-aging cream. Do you have acne prone skin? I feel like I used to be pretty bad in high school. I think that's a given, your teenage hormone years. Since I've gotten older, it's gotten pretty good. I only really get it around like my time of month, TMI, but it's the truth. I only get like one or two, and they're really not that bad. They go away in a few days. I really don't even have to touch them. I don't have to put like acne cream or anything on them. They'll usually go away on their own. Did you ever use Proactive? I did in high school. It didn't work for me. Did it work for you guys? Because I'm really curious. I feel like you have to have maybe a certain type of acne for it to work. I just had, because I did go to the dermatologist, and I was just told I have just hormonal acne. So something like that didn't really make a difference for me. I don't know. I'd be curious. If you guys have used it, let me know. And if it worked for you, because I know it was talked about a lot when I was in high school. I feel like it's not as talked about anymore as it used to be. So I'd be interested. All right. So now to the makeup, which is the fun part, because who cares about skincare? I'm just kidding. What foundation do you use? So I actually don't wear foundation. I used to, but my issue is I'm not very good at matching the color of my skin. I think I'm kind of in a weird spot with my skin anyways, because I'm super, super light, but I have yellow undertones in my skin and not pink. So a lot of light foundations are pink undertoned, and so I could never get it to match, and it would drive me crazy, and then people would notice, and so what I just started doing is just spot treating, which is what I do with concealer. I use Maybelline Fit Me, which is the best, and Maybelline Age Rewind. Those are definitely the best by far that I've used. I don't care for like more expensive ones. They work for me. And I just spot treat. I usually put it just on places I have acne scarring and under my eyes. And otherwise than that, I won't really put it on my face. I put powder on my face just to, excuse me, just to keep my face looking, soft, I guess, and anything covered up if I do have like oil or something. So yeah, I don't really wear a lot of face makeup. I guess eye makeup is pretty like boom in your face. What do you think of fake eyelashes? I don't know how girls wear fake eyelashes every day. I would absolutely die. Girls go through so much. Like, think about it. You have to dye your hair. You have to get your nails done. You have to get your eyelashes done. You have to get your eyebrows waxed. No, like, I'm too lazy for that. So I don't know. I wear fake eyelashes on special occasions, right? If there's a wedding or something like that. But they hurt the crap out of my eyes. They make my eyes itch. and then they don't look cute. And so my eyes are all red and people are like, you okay? I'm like, no, just these giant things glued onto my eyes are killing me. So I barely wear them at all. I don't know how people do it every day. Some girls wear them every day and I'm just like, oh my gosh. What brand of mascara do you use? I love, it's called It Cosmetics and it's Superhero. I've tried a lot of mascaras and there's really just some, more expensive mascaras that are worth investing in. The one I have is about $18. It does last me though a good 3 to 4 months. And it does the best job. It makes the eyelashes really pretty. So that's the one I've come across that I've liked, that I've bought like 3 tubes. Usually I'll try a mascara and I'll like use it up, but then I don't really care for it anymore. But that one's my favorite. So if you guys are looking for a good mascara, try that one out. I do recommend it. Sephora or MAC. I actually don't shop at MAC. I don't own anything from MAC. I've never bought anything. I know they were a big deal in high school, but I just always felt like they were a little overpriced, and I still feel like they're overpriced. Nothing just impresses me. I mean, their little sets that they come out with, I guess, are kind of cute, but whenever I see anything, I'm just like, I'm not going to spend $18 on an eyeshadow. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm too cheap. I don't know. So I actually shop at Ulta. I think Ulta is my favorite just because they carry the expensive brands, but they also carry drugstore products. So there's a lot of good drugstore products out there. So you get the best of both worlds. So Ulta is always my go-to. I don't really shop at Sephora that much. What makeup tools do you use? I use a beauty blender for my concealer. I feel like it makes a world of a difference. I remember when I first got a beauty blender, I was like, no way this is going to work. And when it did, I was amazed how well it like blended out. I know some people are now into those like silicone things, brushes, I guess, but I've always used a beauty blender for years and I still do. I love it. And then I just use like brushes, obviously, for my eyes. I think that's a given. Let's see. Do you use a makeup base primer for your eyes? Yeah, so there's actually one that I use that I buy on Amazon. I really do like the Urban Decay one. That's one I've always used, but it is a little more expensive. I use this one on Amazon. It's by Elizabeth Mott, and it's a brand I've never heard before, but I just like typed in eye primer and it came up. And it does work like really well. I think it's like $18, so it's like the same price as the Urban Decay, but I just buy a lot on Amazon. And I feel like if I go to Ulta, I'll buy more than I need to. Like, I just can't go in and buy primer. I'll buy something else. So it's good for me. And I like it. Face primer wise, honestly, I just use the e.l.f. one. It's like $3 and it just makes my skin really soft, and that's the one I like. Since I don't wear a lot of face makeup, I don't really care if it doesn't last that much because there's nothing really there anyways. So I mean, it's the e.l.f. one's not the best. Like, my makeup doesn't always last to the end of the day face wise, so I probably could invest in something better and it would, but I don't know. What's your favorite eyeshadow? Okay, so my favorite palettes. Honestly, I think my all-time favorite is the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar. It's like the lighter brown one. I just think there's so many really pretty colors in there. I really do like the Anastasia Beverly Hills. The Modern Renaissance is I actually really like the Subculture too. It's harder because I'm not a makeup artist, so the color wise, it's kind of hard for me to work with, but it's beautiful. You'll just never get pigment like that anywhere else. I'm trying to think if there is any others I reach for. And those are my top. Those are the chocolate bar. The Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar is the one I always gravitate towards first. I just love the formula. I think it meshes. No, I think it blends really well, and it ends up, I think it just looks good. So that one's my favorite. Too Faced is like one of my favorite brands, but I feel like they've gotten kind of lazy on their color selection, just on their that's a whole thing. I mean, if you like makeup, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm very like weary before I buy things. I will watch somebody else talk about it before I buy it because I just don't know what their consistency is going to be like. It's very interesting. Do you use pencil or liquid eyeliner? I use liquid on my top line. I don't always wear eyeliner on my bottom line. It depends on the look. Sometimes I'll wear like a white on my waterline on the bottom, which makes it look really nice. It like opens your eyes. I always get a lot of compliments when I wear that one. But I'll wear black, just like a pencil. It just depends. But I just hate because my eyes, I wear contacts because I'm blind. And so my eyeliner will like bleed out a little bit on the bottom if it's a pencil. And so I don't know. It annoys me, so I don't wear it that much. Let's see. What's your favorite lipstick? Oh man, see, this is a thing, is I'm not a lipstick person. I'm really trying to get into lipstick because I think it's fun, and I know it's a thing that a lot of people are into. And I subscribe to a beauty box called BoxyCharm. If you guys like makeup and you want to get makeup, it's $21 a month, but it's really, really good. And you get like full products. So it's really giving me a chance to try different lipsticks, a lot of liquid lipsticks really. And so I've wanted to open up my realm a little bit more, but I'm just so picky. My lips are babies. I think my lips are sensitive, so liquid lipsticks are really hard for me to wear. They get really uncomfortable, and so then I'll like tend to lick my lips to like try to make it so they're moisturized, and then it cracks, and then it bugs me, and so then I just take it off. I think I mentioned this in another video, but I have been liking ColourPop's satin lips lately because it doesn't dry down to matte, but it still gives you a nice color, but it's moisturizing because of the satin finish. It is sticky though, so that's the only thing that's kind of annoying, but I feel like you just can't win. I mean, there's never going to be a perfect lipstick. There's always going to be something, but that one's definitely my favorite right now. So I don't know. I mean, let me know if you guys are into makeup and you find any good lipsticks that aren't drying but last a while. Not lip scent, please. If you guys are in the beauty community, you know how freaking annoying that is. Nothing like that, please. But yeah, let me know if you have any favorites that you feel like work really well, because I'd love to hear it from a real person, right? And well, from people who are not influencers, in other words. And then a lip gloss. I don't wear lip gloss. Lip gloss was a 90s thing for sure. The lip smackers, Bonnie Bell, all that kind of stuff. It's definitely coming back, which is interesting because matte lips were such a trend for a few years there. And now I feel like the glossy lips are coming back, which is so interesting. So I don't know. I don't have any lip glosses even in my collection right now. So what's your favorite blush to use? I haven't really come across a blush that I'm in love with. I did get a blush in my BoxyCharm. That's a mineral blush, so it's a loose blush, which is always harder. They're always going to be more pigmented. But I have been loving that right now. I would say maybe one of my all-time favorite blushes is the Too Faced one that's in the heart shape. It has like 3 colors. I think that one looks really beautiful. But really, I haven't come across a blush that I've been wowed by. I don't know. And I actually do wear blush. That's something I do wear face makeup wise. Do you buy makeup on eBay? No, I don't know. I don't really trust eBay. If I'm going to buy makeup online, I do buy it on Amazon. I don't know. I guess I'm not an eBay shopper anyways, but I feel like there's a lot more scammers there that are like reselling fake products, especially like Too Faced or these expensive products or whatever, they're reselling them. Do you like drugstore makeup? Yes, absolutely. That's one of always my go-to. I think my favorite brand is I don't know if I have a favorite brand. I do like NYX. I like ELF. Honestly, they have a lot of good products. Wet n Wild has really stepped up their game. I think they're doing pretty well. I don't know. I don't have a favorite. I really just buy products from all kinds of drugstore makeup brands. I don't know. So you guys let me know if you have a favorite brand and like what you recommend. I really feel like brands like Wet n Wild and CoverGirl are actually stepping up their game because they used to suck. No offense to them, but they've really done some really good stuff lately and I've been pretty impressed. I'm not one to be stuck up about stuff like that. I will try cheaper brands first because why not? So yeah, for sure. I love drugstore makeup. And then, you name a makeup crime that you hate? I don't know. I'm not a beauty guru. I don't care. I guess if I see other girls wearing makeup, one thing that does kind of bother me a little bit is I think so like color combinations are important, right? So if you're wearing a really bright eye color, people don't really do this. I've never seen this really in real life. But if you're wearing like a pink eyeshadow, for example, like wearing a bright lipstick along with that is just too much, in my opinion. I don't know. I've never really seen anybody do that. I feel like that was kind of more of a 90s thing. You know what I mean? A lot of people, because when I started wearing makeup, there was no like transition shade. There was no outer corner shade. You just put it all over your lid and that was it, so I'd have this bright pink eyeshadow and like that's it. It wouldn't go on your brow bone, it wouldn't go underneath the like waterline. Like no, that was never a thing. So I feel like it always looked worse anyways. No one really does that, I don't think, anymore. Let's see. Could you ever leave the house without makeup on? I don't like leaving the house without makeup on because I wear eye makeup is what I mean, because I wear a lot of eye makeup and so it's hard for me to go without my eyebrows. When people say that, oh, without my eyebrows, but I do have to fill in my eyebrows because they're very light and they're not very shaped, and it does bring a lot of more definition to my face. So I do my eyebrows. So it is hard for me, but I'll do it. I don't care what people think. That's the thing. You can't, they don't know you, but I do always feel better when I do my makeup, but I also have like get mad when I have to get ready and do my makeup because makeup takes me a good 30 minutes. So that's like half of getting ready. I can always assume it's going to take me an hour to get ready. Because the makeup takes the longest, I think, for any girl, All right. I guess I'm kind of skipping a few because some of these are like kind of lame. I guess so. In your opinion, what's the best makeup line? I don't feel like there's a best. Some of my favorite brands that are higher up, I guess. I do like Too Faced. I just think they're cutesy, and they do have a lot of good products, but they've just been inconsistent lately, which has been frustrating. But I do really like their products. I feel like they just make really good eyeshadow. I don't really buy anything else from them. I do have one blush that I do like, but I don't buy any other things from them, so I can't speak on behalf of their concealers or their powders or anything like that. Even their like brushes, I can't talk on that. But I do like Too Faced, Anastasia, whatever, Beverly Hills. I just feel like they're really hyped up. I do like their eyeshadow palettes. I've never tried their glow kits. I do highlight, but I have so many highlighters that I feel like are really good, so I don't see myself investing in one of those. I have heard that they're coming out with a blush kit. I guess that's, like supposed to be the sister to their highlighting kits. So when that comes out, I might buy that because I feel like their products are really good. Obviously, people really like their brow products. I've never tried them because I just use a brow powder and I feel like it works for me. But I feel like they're a really good brand. They're pretty, every product they come out with I feel like is pretty good from what I've tried anyways. And then who else do I like? I think that's close to being like my top ones that I always pay attention to. I've tried a few things from Tarte. I dig an eyeshadow palette in my Boxy Charm from Tarte, and I do like it. I'm not blown away by it, but I feel like they're fine. Really, a majority of my palettes are from Too Faced. I have all the chocolate bar palettes. I do like Urban Decay. I think their Naked palettes are really nice. I really want to buy the Naked 2. I bought a dupe for it from Makeup Revolution, which is good, but now I feel like I actually want to invest in the real palette because I need a cool toned palette. So I don't reach for theirs because I have the original Naked and then I have the Naked Smoky, and I don't really reach for either of those, so I don't know. I mean, I do have a lot of makeup palette. Oh, that's like the issue, right? Eyeshadow palettes will last you years and years and years, and just one. Like, you don't need, I have 10, I think, or so. I don't know. It's a pretty bad habit. I mean, I have some good drugstore ones as well. I think CoverGirl does actually a pretty good job on some of their eyeshadow palettes. I have a few of their like little ones that are supposed to be dupes for the Naked. So I have like a dupe for the Naked 3, the rose palette one, and it works pretty well, so I've been pretty impressed with them. But I think those are my definitely Too Faced and definitely Anastasia Beverly Hills, I think, are my favorite. I would have to say probably Too Faced is my favorite brand. But like I said, I'm not a makeup expert. I don't try everything that comes out. I am just really selective on what other people say about it. And really, I pay more attention to eyeshadow palettes than I'll pay attention to everything else. But I really won't buy them unless I am like, I have to have this. You know what I mean? I'm pretty careful about that. Well, I mean, I think that does good, right? So let me know down below what your favorite brand is and what your favorite makeup product is, because I always like to hear what other people like. There's not a lot of people in my life who are pretty big makeup people, I guess, so I can never really talk about it. I should say eyeshadow people. I don't know. Like, really, a lot of people I work with don't really wear that much eyeshadow, and so then I always think, am I going overboard? Am I wearing too much? But nobody's told me otherwise, so I'll just keep doing me, I guess. I guess one thing that I'm seeing on the screen is I didn't record some of the landscaping because this video is already way too long. Anyway, but we'll be coming into screenshots. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.